Hey guys, welcome back to Telltale. I'm Emily.
I'm Greg.
And this is Saoirse, the cat, chilling.
That's why I'm off to the side of the screen. She decided to
She
sit
decided
between
to, in between shoots, she decided to just lay herself down on a warm
I think she
spot.
knew there was, warmth here, so
she
move
decided
in
to
and
join
take
us.
over.
So, today we are going to be discussing Philip K. Dick's Roog. This one, unfortunately, in our list of things, I forgot to read it. So Greg is going to go ahead and do most of the talking.
Okay.
I don't know why it slipped through my fingers. I remember the list, but I just forgot. It's my bad.
This one was actually, when I first started this project, our friend Jimmy from the United Kingdom, he was saying that he wanted us to get to this. And while I've been reading them all in order of publication, so had to wait until I got up to February of 1953 for the publication of
I will read it, Jimmy,
Roog.
I promise. I will get it read. I just, for this shoot, forgot to do it.
Oh.
It will be read.
So, this was first published in the Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction in February of 1952.
Okay.
It's a very short story. And
Perfect.
the history I've read about this story is that it's believed to have been the first science fiction story written and sold by Philip K. Dick. But even though he had sold it way back before Beyond Lies the Wub, they kind of sat on it for almost a whole year before they actually published it.
Ah.
So it didn't appear in order of publication as his first.
Yes.
Though I also read something where there was a different one of Philip K. Dick's stories that somebody said was the first one he sold. It's not really clear. It's a little bit muddy just what was, but
we
definitely
don't have access to the contracts and files of who sold what when. We just know publication.
But it was clear that he did sell the Roog. Or he did sell Roog before Beyond Lies the Wub.
Okay.
So it is one of his very earliest in order of having been written.
I never started the audio. Son of a motherless goat. We will remedy this. We will remedy it.
I'll have picked up audio on there so I can splice.
Yeah, you could just splice and do whatever you gotta do.
Okay. So, the story is very short, very simple. The basic synopsis is a dog is out in the yard and starts barking. It's going, Roog, Roog. Okay, so the dog is noticing that this creature is coming into the yard. And so every time the creature tries to come into the yard, the dog will bark. And the dog's owners are wondering why the dog's barking, because they're not seeing anything wrong. But the dog sees that they're coming and they're taking stuff.
Oh. Like little gremlins.
Uh-huh.
Those bitches.
So, if you've never read it,
Spoiler alert!
Jump ahead here, because it's an extremely short story, and I really can't
you
do
can't
this
do
story
much
justice
without,
without spoiling it. And of course I'm going to wreck it for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Roogs are taking shiny cans and dumping them into a truck.
Oh.
It's the garbage men.
I love that.
Yeah. So the really interesting thing about this story is the whole thing's told from the dog's, from not really first person dog, but from the dog's point of view. It's centered around the dog. The dog is the only character that is really developed here.
Yes.
And the dog is a great character. So it's definitely a typical fantasy and science fiction twist, kind of Twilight Zone-ish story.
I like that kind of stuff,
yeah,
though.
and it's a very good
And it's
story.
heartwarming because it's a dog story.
Yeah.
Love it.
And the
I like the
twist
commentary.
on it was great.
I like the idea of this commentary, though, that there's a lot of intercultural communications issues in these Philip K. Dick stories, which makes for a good story. There's usually some kind of misunderstanding in a lot of stories, either between the aliens and the humans, or humans and other humans, or robots and humans. Like, it just ends up being there's some kind of cultural difference, or enough of one, where there is a huge miscommunication and something weird happens.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's perceived differently or weirdly and for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this because it is an everyday occurrence that I can't wait to read it. It's like this everyday occurrence seen through the miscommunication from the culture of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that idea because a lot of the time that's really all a lot of human interaction is just these different, coming from different lifestyles and perspectives
Mm-hmm.
and different cultures, so to speak, because we even have our own internal culture of ourselves. And so the perception is always switched in different. I liked doing that too, where we once had in one of my intercultural communications classes,
Yeah.
where she described something from an alien perspective or from a perspective of not human.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to guess what was being described.
Mm-hmm.
And or if alien archaeologists came to Earth and they found these objects and were interpreting it this way, and we had to guess what it actually was. And I really enjoyed that game because it's very similar to what you're describing in this story,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of it is just guess what's actually happening, but it's through the perception of something that doesn't understand what's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So, yes, very much enjoyed Roog. It was, I think I would hesitate to say that this is one of Philip Dick's best because it doesn't have quite the depth of subject matter of something like Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely an enjoyable story.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for a quick, short story that'll make you laugh, and you'll love the animal character, you'll love the point of view, you'll love the twist ending. This is a good story for that.
Yep. It just makes me think too of whenever my cats are staring at something in the kitchen and I don't know what they're staring at, I'm like, are you communing with the demons in the kitchen again? But usually it's a bug.
Yeah.
They see a moth that I can't see, or they see a fruit fly I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just sitting there mesmerized by whatever they're staring at, and I'm just misinterpreting their actions altogether, or making it to be something funny.
Mm-hmm.
When it's for them it's very serious. There's a living thing in their space and they have to watch it and make sure it's not doing something they don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they go into hunt mode.
Of all the stories for you to join us with, it's the Roog you decide to lay on the couch for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pets for you. They gotta do a protect.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, like us and subscribe us. Leave comments, come back. I hope this did justice, Jimmy, and I hope you enjoyed this.
I will read it still, I promise.
Yes, you will.
I promise.
Our next one is Second Variety.
Oh, I liked this one a lot. I'm very excited for this. All right, we will see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.